Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review, and thanks for joining me for beer number 3 of the most recent series of BrewDog's IPA is Dead, and this time it is Motueka. It's a hop from New Zealand. A hop I'm a big fan of, actually. I really do like Motueka. It's not Motueka, Ryan, Peter. Motueka. A guy from New Zealand told me that. Anyway, yeah, so obviously once again 6.7% ABV, single hop IPA. I'm sure they're using a very typical malt build, probably something similar to what they use for punk. I can't remember what that is. So I'll go to the website and look, BrewDog.com. Bit of advertising for them. So, the beer in the glass, it should be the very similar colour to the last one. Let's have a look. Well, a similarity, as they should do, just a different hop. Yeah, I'd say this is, once again, a bit more orangey than the last one. There's a bit more clarity to this as well, I think. Head, once again, slightly bubbly, foamy, sudsy, off-white head. Anyway, let's have a sniff. I'm getting garden flowers like pansies. Slightly mulled, kind of like old orange peel that you might put in like mulled wine. This is a lot more piney this time, I'd say. A bit more kind of like a slightly juicy resinous pine going on. Grapefruit and orange back there as well. One thing I think Kernel use Motueka really nicely. I think they get the most out of it. Make it really nice and juicy, like fresh orange juice. And I'm a big fan of those kind of breakfast orange kind of tasting use of hops. I mean, you can call me a child, but that's what I like. I don't like a massive and punishing. I like something nice and drinkable. That's what it's all about, after all. Maybe a hint of it's like a chalky pear drop thing going on. And nice. It's nice. It's nice. It smells beery this time, actually. That's one thing that jumps out at me. Anyway, cheers. Let's have a taste. First thing that hit me with this one, I kind of felt the body a bit more. I guess because the hop doesn't appear too assertive this time. Which is a shame, really, because this is a cracking hop. I feel like I've got to go back for more with this one. I'm going to pour some more, because I think it's been slightly overshadowed by a bit of a slightly heavy kind of crystally malt bill. Anyway, let's get back on track. Flavours. Initially, maybe a bit of white grape, grapefruit, orange pith this time. And it's quite clean, with like a orange squash, a slightly diluted orange squash. Ends really nice and clean, probably the cleanest, slightly floral end to the beer out of all of them. It's got the nice, it's the most pleasant in a way. It's the most muted. I don't know if that's because it's Motueka, but is this one of those hops that needs to be ramped up? You need to put a shitload in there. I think it's one of those hops that needs you need a lot of it. I think it's been slightly dominated by the malt character this time, which is a bit of a shame, because I think this is an incredible hop. I think it's a really, real stunner. Probably, I'm a big fan of Nelson Sauvin, but for me, from beers I've had from Kernel which use this hop, it's just amazing. It's just got a lovely, fresh, lively, juicy orange, pineapple, grapefruit, mango, typical IPA flavours. It's just a really perfect hop. But in this beer, I think it's been let down a little bit. Yeah, that kind of caramel burnt toast malt characters coming through too much on this. A bit of a shame, really. Bit of a shame, because this, for me, as I'm a fan of this hop, it could have been the winner. But I think, yeah, as I said, I think it's been overpowered by the malt bill. Maybe stick to a kind of like a paler malt bill for these IPAs. I mean, if you're trying to showcase hops, make it all about the hops. Cut back the complexity of the malt bill, because I know you want to add a bit of Munich, maybe a bit of Munich and Crystal and whatever. Maybe, and obviously if you're using Marisotto, that's got a lot more character than most American two-row malts. I'd maybe go with something like Optic or Golden Promise or something a bit more bland. As Sean Franklin, who used to own and brew at Roosters, kind of quite memorably said once upon a time, he used to use pale malt as a like a screen to project malt character on. And this is what these beers should be doing. And for me, this one's not working because the malt character is dominating the hop flavour. Bit of a shame. Anyway, nice beer, but it should have been better. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. That is Motueka IPA is Dead, 6.7% ABV. Close but no cigar. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Cheers.